There is a specific kind of silence that only happens at 3 a.m. It's heavy. It's loud. You stare at the ceiling, and the darkness feels like it has weight, pressing down on your chest. You are tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep can fix. You are tired in your soul. You are tired of being strong. You are tired of holding it together for everyone else while you feel like you are falling apart inside. You wake up, and before your feet even touch the floor, the anxiety is already there, waiting for you. It whispers to you that you are not enough, that you are failing, that you are behind in life. You look in the mirror and you don't see the warrior everyone else sees. You see the cracks. You see the fear. And you ask the question. We all ask it eventually. You whisper it into the void. Why me? Why is this happening? What did I do wrong? It feels personal, like life has singled you out, like a storm cloud is hovering directly over your house while the rest of the world is walking in the sun. You try to take one step forward, and life pushes you 2 steps back. You try to build something, and it crumbles in your hands. If you are listening to this right now, chances are you feel like you are at your breaking point. You feel like the universe has turned its back on you. But I need you to listen to me very closely, because your perspective is wrong. You are not being rejected. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. The intensity of the pressure you feel right now is not an indicator of your weakness. It is an indicator of the magnitude of your future. You are in the forge, and it is hot. Yes, it burns. But it is not burning you to destroy you. It is burning away everything that is not you. We live in a world that is obsessed with comfort. We are sold a lie from the moment we are born, that if we are good people, if we work hard, if we have a kind heart, then our path should be smooth. We believe that a good life means an easy life. So, when the road suddenly becomes steep, when the relationships fail, when the confusion sets in, we panic. We assume something has gone wrong. We think we have failed. But think about the pilot. A pilot does not prove their skill in clear, blue skies. Any novice can fly when the air is still and the sun is shining. A master pilot is forged in the storm. They are tested when the engines fail, when the visibility drops to zero, when the wind tries to tear the wings off the plane. Right now, life is testing your flight skills. Not because it hates you, but because it trusts you. You are being asked to fly at an altitude you have never reached before, and you cannot get there with your old skills. If you run from this test, you run from your destiny. The pain you are feeling is not the sensation of death. It is the sensation of birth. It is the sound of your old self breaking open so that your new self can breathe. Let's talk about why this is happening now. Why does it feel like you are losing everything? This is the first stage of the test. I call it the Great Removal. Have you noticed that before every major level up in your life, there is a period of destruction? Suddenly, people you thought would be there forever start to fade away. Conversations feel different. You feel misunderstood, isolated, like an alien in your own life. It feels like a robbery. It feels like life is taking away your comfort, your friends, your stability. But look at it through the eyes of a gardener. A gardener does not cut the branches of a rose bush because he hates the rose. He prunes it. He cuts away the dead wood, and even some of the living wood, because he knows a secret. He knows that if he leaves those branches, the bush will waste all its energy maintaining them, and it will never bloom to its full potential. Right now, life is looking at your future, a future you cannot see yet, and it is saying, where you are going, you cannot take this baggage with you. You cannot take those fake friends to the mountaintop. They would drag you down. You cannot take that limiting belief to your new life. It doesn't fit. You cannot take that addiction to validation where you are going. You need to be independent. So, the universe creates a crisis. It creates a storm that rips these things out of your hands. It clears the empty lot so it can build a skyscraper. What you perceive as loss is actually the creation of space. Do not mourn the empty space. Do not try to fill it with noise or distractions. Sit in it. The emptiness is necessary. Imagine a piece of iron on an anvil. If iron could feel, what would it feel right now? It is being thrust into the fire until it glows red hot. Then it is struck by a heavy hammer over and over again. Then it is plunged into freezing water. And then, back into the fire. The iron thinks, this is torture. This is meaningless suffering. I am being destroyed. The iron does not know it is becoming a sword. It cannot see the blacksmith's vision. It only feels the heat and the blow. You are on the anvil right now, and the blows of life are raining down on you. But they are not trying to break you. They are trying to shape you. They are beating out the impurities. They are hardening your resolve. Carbon only turns into a diamond under pressure that is unimaginable. If you asked the carbon how it felt during the process, it would say it was being crushed. But in reality, it was becoming unbreakable. You prayed for strength, didn't you? You asked for wisdom. You wanted a better life. You must understand that strength does not come in a gift box. Strength is the byproduct of struggle. Wisdom is a scar that has healed. Life heard your request, and it answered, okay, but first, I must make you into the kind of person who can carry that power. There is another reason why the test is so hard right now. It is called capacity expansion. Imagine you are a cup, a small glass cup. You can hold maybe 8 ounces of water. If I try to pour a gallon of water into you, it will spill over and be wasted. You are asking life for a gallon-sized blessing. You want the deep love, the massive success, the true peace. But right now, your internal structure is only built for 8 ounces. If life gave you everything you wanted today, you would destroy it. You wouldn't have the patience to keep the love. You would sabotage it with your insecurities. You wouldn't have the discipline to manage the success. You would be crushed by the responsibility. So what does life do? It breaks the glass. It shatters the ceramic of your limitations. It stretches you, and stretching hurts. Growing pains are real. When you are overwhelmed, when you are handling 5 crises at once, when you don't know how you will pay the bills and mend your heart at the same time, you are stretching. You are building emotional stamina. Just like a muscle tears in the gym before it grows bigger, your spirit is tearing right now. You are being conditioned to handle chaos. You are being trained to remain calm in the storm. Because the version of you that is coming, that version will need to lead. That version will need to be a rock for others. And rocks are formed by pressure over time. And this brings us to the turning point. This is where you take your power back. Right now, in the middle of the pain, you have a choice. It is the only thing you truly control. As long as you ask, why is this happening to me? You are a victim. You are helpless. I want you to change one word. Ask, why is this happening for me? Look your struggle in the eye and demand an answer. Ask it, what are you here to teach me? Maybe the loneliness is teaching you how to be your own best friend, so you never settle for less than you deserve again. Maybe the financial struggle is teaching you resourcefulness and hunger, traits you will need to build your empire later. Maybe the silence of the universe is teaching you faith, not the easy faith of believing when you see the miracle, but the true, gritty faith of believing when you are staring at a brick wall. The moment you accept the test, the suffering changes. It stops being meaningless torture and starts being training. You stop crying about the rain and you start watering your roots. You stop waiting for the storm to pass and you learn to dance in it. Listen to me. If you are in the fire right now, do not panic. Do not quit. You are exactly where you need to be. You are in the middle of your origin story. Every hero you admire, every person who has done something great with their life, has stood exactly where you are standing. They faced the impossible wall. They felt the crushing weight. They wanted to give up, and they decided to push one more time. Life is testing you because it sees something in you that you don't see yet. It sees a diamond covered in dust. It sees a king or a queen hiding in the shadows. It knows you are strong enough to carry this. If you weren't, this test wouldn't be in front of you. Hold on. The lesson is almost over. The pruning is almost done. And the bloom that is coming? The version of you that is waiting on the other side of this pain? They will be magnificent. They will be unbreakable. You are being prepared for something great. Pass the test.